Testing for lipids. Time for lunch. I've got my carbohydrates. The chicken on my salad is the protein. But do I have a lipid? And how will I know if something is a lipid? We'll answer this by performing a simple experiment. Before we get started, remember, never touch or taste any chemicals. Handle glassware carefully. And always wear your lab coat and safety goggles. Here's the equipment and materials we'll need for this lab. 3 test tubes and stoppers and a test tube rack, a wax pencil, water, vegetable oil, and Sudan 3 dye solution. We're going to use the Sudan 3 dye to identify which liquid is a lipid. Say that 3 times fast. The Sudan 3 solution will mix with a liquid lipid. We'll also need to make a data table like this one to record our findings. Now that we've got everything, let's get started. First, I'm going to use the wax pencil to label the 3 test tubes from 1 to 3. As you can see, I've already added 2 milliliters of water to test tube 1, 2 milliliters of vegetable oil to test tube 2, and 1 milliliter of water and 1 milliliter of vegetable oil to test tube 3. Now I'll add 3 drops of Sudan 3 to each test tube. I'll shake each test tube well and allow them to settle. Sudan 3 is a large organic molecule that likes fats. What do you think will happen in the different test tubes? The Sudan 3 sat on top of the water in test tube 1. It didn't mix with it. The Sudan 3 mixed with the vegetable oil in test tube 2, so we know that's a lipid. In test tube 3, the Sudan 3 dye mixed just with the vegetable oil that separated from the water as the liquid settled. I'll record the findings in my data table. Because Sudan 3 is an indicator that identifies the presence of lipids or fats in liquids, this same procedure can be used to test other food types. I'm getting hungry. Time to clean up and wash my hands so I can get back to my lunch. So you see, lipids are a natural and essential part of many of the foods we eat. Oils and fats are both lipids. Maybe for my lunch, I'll stick with some butter for my roll.